Hello Aries, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So something really odd just happened. It was kind of cool actually. Well, it was not at first, but now that I'm looking back on it, going, oh, that's neat. I sat down to do your reading. I started doing the reading and I was like, I don't know, maybe 5 to 8 minutes into it. And it's just like, there was like literally not really a message. I thought, this is not flowing. I don't know. And I mean, it never actually happened quite like that. There's sometimes the cards are just not talking, or I feel like I've started and I'm not using the right deck and I switch or something goes on. So I stopped and I thought, I feel like I'm just going to have to sit with this for a minute because something's not right about the energy, or maybe I'm not supposed to do a reading today. So I walked around to the back of the camera and it wasn't recording. I thought, it feels like I wasn't talking to anyone. It feels like there was no energy. That was like the weirdest thing. So see, there's proof in the pudding that I really do pick up y'all when that camera's on. The camera's rolling right now. So now we're going to start with your reading for real. I'm going to start with the fortune cookie deck, and we're going to see what the fortune cookie message is for you. And then I'm going to go into the oracle of the radiant sun to determine the main topic of the reading for you. And then we're going to go into the tarot of dreams and my teeny tiny Rider Waite deck. So, sorry, I had to stretch my jaw. But, oh, okay, it's coming out quick now. Ooh, your love life, Aries. Let's talk about that for you. Affairs of the heart could cause future problems, but take heart as difficult situations will be resolved by a good decision this week. Okay, so if there's something that you've been dealing with for something to do with your heart, it could be something to do with your family. It could even be something to do with work that you have like a lot of love for. Cause future problems, but take heart. No, see, take heart. Situations will be resolved by a good decision this week. So whatever is going on for you in that aspect, there's going to be some sort of decision or choice or something that happens that changes that. It makes it feel kind of better. It says resolve, so that's a good thing. Personal riches. Small successes are likely now, and bigger ones are on the way. Finances could improve dramatically, but avoid get-rich schemes. Care required. Guard yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. Well, that's kind of interesting. Actually, even just that, personal riches and care required. So, against deception, I don't know. So if you're coming into some sort of money, perhaps, and there could be people that want that, be careful of making foolish mistakes. So dot all your I's and cross all your T's right now. Like, just take things slowly. And if there's something that's been going on that in your life that has to do with something that you feel emotional about, it feels like there'll be some sort of resolution to it this week. So it's all good. I actually feel like I'm talking to somebody now. So that's nice. It really was like just sitting here talking to myself. All right, let's shuffle this out, Aries. Main topic of discussion for Aries, now that we have the camera rolling, versatility. Sun in Gemini. Ooh, your words. I was just getting like your words, your thoughts. Be very versatile with things. Balancing acts. Versatile. This is like walking on your hands and using your feet. So this is possibly using a part of yourself that you don't typically naturally use, but it's going to deliver you to harmony because you have the sun in Libra. So balance, fairness. I'm hearing reciprocity. Sorry, I'm kind of stiff. I had dental adjustment like weeks ago. I have one coming up next week. And I find usually near the end of an adjustment, I get some movement and I'm having that. So my jaw feels tight, my neck feels tight. So, versatility. Let's see what the tarot has to say about that. I'm going to pull versatility. Sun and Gemini. This and that are true. Versatility could have something to do with siblings. Just thinking Gemini. Short trips, new neighborhood. Six of Swords. Okay, somewhere where you're going here, somewhere the universe is trying to take you. Again, and then you have Mercury in Aquarius, right? And you have Gemini here, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury. It's bending a muscle like you haven't bent it before. So an area of your life that you're gonna, I want to say you're kind of growing here. You're growing and learning a new skill. You're growing and learning a new skill. And in doing that, the universe is taking you in a new direction. Growing and learning a new skill. The universe is taking you in a new direction. And that new direction is very harmonious and very fair. You got the Tree of Life here. So there's something significant. Oh, look at this. You have the Nine of Coins with the Emperor. Here you're sitting in a lot of self-empowerment. Tree of Life, Knight of Wands. Okay, you're going to feel a burning desire to do something. And that feels like an activation indicator. Because it's sitting under the Tree of Life. The King of Swords, the Lovers. There's that Gemini energy again. The Five of Swords. The Palace of Swords. This deck has palaces. It has something that goes beyond the kings in it. It is a very safe space for that suit. Nothing can touch it. It's not touchable. Whoa. With the Five of Swords too, there could be something that you're moving away from. And when you move away from it, literally, like it's more than a bridge being burnt. It's almost like a red cord string, a red tie, some sort of something from your past that can't be, it can't touch you. It feels like, too, like Palace of Swords, it can't touch your mental state. It can't touch your dreams, your ideas, the things that you truly know. These can't be shifted and changed. You have the Eight of Cups at the bottom. So there's walking away from something emotionally. And I'm just fascinated by this, going up this staircase towards the moon. So going into something unknown, but having the moon here with the Tree of Life, that feels like the Tree of Life to me when this card comes out, I feel like you're connecting to some sort of fated path. It's a fated path that you're meant to follow, you're meant to be on, you're meant to take it. And then on that path, you carve your destiny. So it's like you can't avoid this path. But once you find yourself on it, that's where you're now kind of able to utilize and execute freedom of choice. And here, Lovers, choice. This is really what the Lovers means, is choice. There's not, I don't know, you could say this. I mean, for some of you, maybe this is some sort of romantic energy coming in with someone who is a King of Swords that has a lot of air energy. But this doesn't, like, it doesn't feel romantic. This energy doesn't, although you do have love life. So we'll see. We'll keep going. Right now, the surface of this reading, it feels like it has to do with hitting your fate and carving your destiny on it. And in some of the, and part of what this is, you are leaving something. There's no going back on this. It's kind of like once you've taken this arm on this Tree of Life, you've gone a certain way, you're not going back. You're continuing to move forward. You've initiated this path by something that you've done here for yourself with the Nine of Coins and the Emperor. So I feel like there's something that you've had to do for you. And in a way, it's something you maybe not done before, or things that you haven't done before, or you weren't really familiar with them. You were learning as you were going. But by doing it, you've created a foundation for yourself, and you've sort of carved your way out of the woods and found this path you're meant to take. Well, let's see, you got the Nine of Coins and the Emperor. This is really so powerful. It's almost untouchable. And it kind of gives me this feeling too, like, right? And he's also looks like he would be approaching a gate or something. Like it is like approaching a gate. It's approaching a significant point in your life where things shift and change. But to approach that gate, your energy needs to be yours. It needs to be yours in its most holistic and pure form. This is pretty much yours. The Nine of Coins is nothing else here. The Emperor, it's you. You've done it. It's you approaching the gate. And then we have this fiery drive. So something is driving you here. And it's almost like your deeper soul telling you, do this. This is for you. Nine of Coins and the Emperor. The Three of Wands. This has a feeling of movement. It's almost like expecting this boat to come in. Let's look at that. This versatility with the boat. So versatile in terms of getting somewhere. Wow, the Seven of Cups and the Hermit. This is getting somewhere in the mind before you physically go. And it's almost like the path isn't there physically until you get there in the mind. It's almost like a projection. There's a strong form of manifestation here, whether you knew it or not, that you were doing it. There's a lot of different things to navigate with this Seven of Cups. There could be a lot of illusions. There could be a lot of things along the path that are trying to pull you off. If anything has distracted you, you've come back on. You've come back on the path. You've found your way. You've done this. I want to say, like, it's a very kind of Aries first house energy. You've accomplished something and it really feels like you did it. You didn't have much support to do it. You did it. The Hermit, Nine of Coins, and Emperor. The Tree of Life and the Knight of Wands. Ace of Cups, Page of Swords, the Hierophant. Definitely a new beginning. This is a new beginning that has to do with just emotional fresh starts. I'm hearing emotional fresh starts that lead to much bigger things. Watch for the path. There's a path that will be shown to you. The Page of Swords kind of showing me that. There's a path that will be shown to you. I'm just trying to see your underlines. Now, yeah, I'm not sure. It's funny because a lot of the other signs had like invitations. That's been going around a lot. Like invitations to go somewhere or do something. I don't see that here. So I'm not sure how the path is going to be shown to you. But so far, like, you've accomplished something really solely on your own. So the path could be shown to you in a very individual and specific way. The King of Swords and the Lovers. Whatever you're walking away from, unbeknownst to you, by walking away from it, emotionally, you are walking towards some emotional greatness. And there you go. Like, Eight of Cups, Queen of Cups, Eight of Wands. By detaching yourself from something that, well, the Eight of Cups usually be detached from things emotionally because they do not feel healthy for us. Either at that time or they're just not healthy for us. Or it's not something that we want to invest in anymore of ourselves on a physical or an emotional. It could be physical and emotional. But by walking away from something, that's almost like how you found the path. It wasn't so much looking for something new, but it was moving away from something old. And in doing that, you found this new path. You're finding a new path that really serves your heart's content. The Five of Swords and the Palace of Swords, it just feels like it's whatever it's ending here, like you never go back. You just never even, you don't. This is signed, sealed, and delivered with the Palace of Swords. Like, you can't be touched. I'm going to look at both of these separately. This Five of Swords. Wow, talk about your mental health. The Nine of Swords and the Seven of Wands. Your mental health, if you've been dealing with a lot of things that you've had mental anxiety over, overthinking, worst case scenarios, nightmares about, if you've had to defend yourself, your dreams, your hopes, and that's like got you in your head, maybe things that are making you second guess yourself, whatever that could be. That is done. And then you go into the Palace of Swords. So your mind goes into a place that cannot be touched or affected by outside things. It is vaulted, locked, and sealed. The Palace of Swords. The Mercury energy. Oh, all this Mercury energy. See, that's where you're going. A Mercury. Wasn't that also... Isn't Mercury the one that can get... the messenger of the gods? He can go anywhere. Because obviously he's the messenger of the gods. So all the gods need him. He can go anywhere, even where other gods can't go. Wow. So you can, your mind can even go in a place where other gods can't go. Palace of Swords. Palace of Swords. Do you see how it landed on the Tree of Life? Knight of Wands. Eight of Swords. Whoa, this is like it gives you the power to go places you've never been before. It gives you the power to go to things you never thought you could go to before. Because the Knight of Wands is connected to the Tree of Life. It landed on the Tree of Life. The Knight of Wands. Your mind. My gosh, what could you do with this? It's like what you think for yourselves. This feels like a huge conscious leap. Yeah, this is like a huge conscious leap. What you think for yourself will never be things that you can't do. You can accomplish everything that you can think. If you can think it, you can make it happen. Wow, this is a huge conscious leap. And you earned it. Look at this, the Ten of Swords and the Five of Swords. Painful endings, ending of egos, which is almost like, it's like your brain has been transformed. Like your brain has been transformed through some sort of experience. And in that, these could have been experiences where you felt betrayed, you felt backstabbed, but my goodness, you've suffered the endings and you've gained the rewards. Let's go over here. Let's see. I'm going to use this one. Let's look at this love life and personal riches for you. Oh. Come here. Okay. Because this is about a good decision. Something will be resolved for you. Something will be resolved for you this week, Aries, or whenever like you're watching it. Something will be resolved for Aries. The Four of Wands. Wow. People you celebrate with. It could be something to do with relationships. Well, I know. Love life. So yeah, affairs of the heart. It would have something to do with relationships. So something will be resolved. There'll be a good decision this week that will make a lot of sense and help you with whatever's going on. Personal riches. We'll avoid get rich. Small successes are likely now and bigger ones are on the way. Finances could improve dramatically. Ace of Cups. You're going to feel really good. Whatever that is, you're going to feel really good about it. Care required. Guard yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. So this is mind your P's and Q's. Four of Swords. Oh, yeah. Don't rest on your laurels. Someone else was resting on their laurels this week, and thank you for someone for either Googling that or just knowing it in the comments and saying what that was. So your laurels are kind of like your past successes and resting on those. Don't Don't rest on your past successes here. That would be a foolish mistake. It's almost like you've got small successes right now, right? And bigger ones are coming. But if you rest on your laurels, if you rest on those small successes, I love that you guys are helping to educate me. If you rest on those small successes, that would be a foolish mistake, right? So don't do that. You keep your momentum going. Oh, I love that I said that. And you have this here, you have the 6 of Wands. On your, look it, you're not quite at the success point you want to get to. You're almost there though. Don't rest on your laurels or your Hardies. Some people might not know what that is, but okay, you're right, Laurel and Hardy, you know. So, oh no, that came out there. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna go do the extended, what about Aries? So there you go, that's awesome. Thank you so much, my fireball friends. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.